Hello. Yippee. Not many people are showing up to streams no more. There are some people here. Hello, that one Ford and Magma and Red Boy. How's everyone doing today? Ciao, bonjour. Bonjour. French is not my native tongue, so I forgot how you pronounce it. So I was preparing some stuff. Then I needed to go to the bathroom. So, yeah, the stream started a little bit late. It should be working now. Why do I get ads? You get ads because that's how I make revenue from my YouTube videos. So unless you are subscribed to YouTube, you will get ads. This is the album we'll be listening to today. I'm still doing a few things. I want to share the stream on a few platforms. Let's see here. So let's share this on Twitter. All right. And I'm also going to share this in my Discord channel. So I'm going to go in live here. No. No, wait. Right. Okay, this is the one. All right, I think we're fully set up. I'll share it here too. Okie dokie. Yeah. Oh. That's something in Korean. Maybe it's like 안녕하세요. Probably not. So, hello Prince, hello Kale. I'm sharing a few links in the chat with you. The first one is to my Bandcamp page where you can listen to the album. Of course, it's on Spotify and YouTube and wherever else you listen to music. So the album we're gonna check out today is Revenge 101. And this is the second EP I made. And I made it in 2013. It has 6 songs. And the 6 tracks are listed here. And you can see the artwork in the right corner there. So the first EP and the second EP, the artwork was made by Monica, who is a Swedish person who used to live in Japan. So we went to the same school, and she made artwork for the first couple of Robotprins albums. So not pixel art at the time. It was hand drawn. But it is, yeah, it's kind of a unique look. I like it. Right. So I was preparing something before we started, which is why I was a bit late. Mostly that's why I was late. So as for a lot of my old EPs, they have a story. And starting from this EP, my cousin who has written all the stories, he wrote like one story for each song, and they're all connected. So I want to start, before we listen to any of the tracks, I want to start with reading a story, and then we can listen to the track. So let's begin with first an intro. So this is not part of a song necessarily, this is just the intro of the EP. So let's see. So I just took the text from my homepage, the jimdofree.com RP2, the link I shared in the chat. I just took it from there, so you can read it there later if you want to. So this is the intro here. Revenge 101. As Robotprins decided to revenge his parents and bring the evil Undman to justice, he realizes he is very new at this revenge stuff. Luckily, he finds one of his dad's old textbooks from when he studied revengeology called Revenge 101. Robotprins studies the book meticulously and follows all of the chapters in his pursuit to avenge his parents. Here are some excerpts from the different chapters of the book. Yes. So, you know, it's not easy to take revenge. You know, where do you start? What tools do you need? How does it work? So you need a textbook to teach you how revenge works. And that's what the Robotprins is going through in this album. Okay, so I will read the story for the first song, and then we can listen to it. So here's the first track. Chapter 1. Reaching your destination, Evil Castle. The first thing you have to do when starting your adventure of revenge is making your way to the stronghold of your nemesis, most likely a castle. Running, biking, or hitchhiking are some means that are popular among many heroes. Be careful not to get lost. Story 1. As Robotprins makes his way to the castle, he is astounded by the beautiful and vast world around him. He decides that after he has defeated Undman, he will start traveling more to experience new cultures and broaden his mind. After some walking, swimming, mountain climbing, and bungee jumping, he finally makes it all the way to Undman's evil castle. Alright. Let's listen to the first track. So, this one. Alright. I was a little bit late listening to the track. So, just finished for me. Made it just in time. Okay, thanks for joining last. And kind of sounds like a beta version of Fight Chili with Chili. Yeah, I mean, it's the same composer. I made this song like 3 years. Let's see, was it 2 years? I made this song 2 years before I made Fight Chili with Chili, I think. This song was actually, I did a cover of this song later, which is called AAA, which is maybe more known than this track. But I made this song first, and then I made a cover of this, which is the AAA song. I've recorded or I shot a video of me playing guitar to AAA. That's on my YouTube channel, for example. And also, well, the AAA song, my friend Aniemon, he is working on a music video for that one, which is like 70% finished now, and looks so amazing. So I can't wait until he's finished with that one. This can be used in a video game, but only for crediting the music artist. Yeah. I mean, it could be used. It could be used in some kind of retro game platformer. I think it would fit many kinds of games like that. It could be like yeah. The first track, I think the first stage, I mean, it would work for. It's kind of has this opening feeling, at least to me. By the way, forgot to tell you last stream, but the Ike remix should be finished in July. All right, looking forward to that. Yeah. So let's check out the next song, and I will read a little story for the next track. So here we go. Story 2. Chapter 2. Sidekicks are great asset. Every hero needs a sidekick. Oh wait, I'm just gonna change the size here. I have difficulty seeing. Okay. Every hero needs a sidekick. If not for fighting ability or moral support, then at least for some comic relief. You can find them pretty much everywhere. For the best bonding between hero and sidekick, we recommend you rescue your sidekick from some kind of peril, danger, rather than just buying them at some random auction. So the way that these stories are made is he's reading the chapters from Revenge 101, which is like the chapter name here, and then story is what is actually happening in Robotprins' adventure. Probably should have explained that first. So, story 2. On the first floor of the evil castle Undman. Let's do that again. On the first floor of the evil castle, Undman has his evil laboratory. As Robotprins enters the laboratory, he is applauded by the sight of hundreds of canisters containing vicious and vile robot puddings that through Undman's twisted experiments have come to life. The robot puddings were created by Undman's wicked, though diligent, scientists for the commoners of Undland to buy when they got hungry. But as they open the package, the ferocious robot puddings attacks the commoner and brainwashes them to obey Undman's naughty orders. That is why all the people in Undland are so evil and stuff. Anyways, among all the screaming and angry noises from the evil robot puddings, Robotprins could hear laughter and joyful racket from the end of the room. As he gets closer to the sound, he finds that something is lying happily in a dumpster. Upon closer examination, he finds that this something is actually a robot pudding, but contrary to all the other robot puddings, this one is an extremely happy and friendful one. This robot pudding is actually a failed experiment of the laboratory, as the robot pudding did not become evil and heinous but happy and I don't even know how to read this. Fallacious. It was regarded as nothing but a failure and thrown away into the laboratory trash. Even so, the robot pudding was still in a good mood. Robotprins feels pity on the robot pudding and decides that this should be his new sidekick. The robot pudding might not be the best fighter, but he will definitely help Robotprins to keep his mood up during his travels. Robotprins gives the robot pudding the name of Robot Pudding. This is the story behind Robot Pudding. Maybe some of you have read it, maybe not, but now you have. So let's listen to the second track, which is Sidekicks, a Great Asset. All right. Yeah, listening to these tracks, it takes me back a bit. Thinking about like how I was approaching making songs at the time. This song, I remember the whole premise of the song as far as composing goes was experimenting with how to make a simple melody sound interesting. That was the whole premise. So what I did was I just took a random melody, something that is very, very simple. So I just decided on a melody. Like I didn't like think, oh, this is a good melody or anything. It was just like, okay, so let's do this melody. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so that's the melody. So now I have to play around with chords and different things to make this sound interesting. So that was my sort of skill I wanted to develop as a composer, like just proving to myself that, well, the melody, it's okay to have a good melody, but even if the melody is not that interesting, can you make it sound good, interesting? So that's why I made this song, basically. Hello, Jonathan. Did you enjoy watching Sonic Prime Season 2 trailer yet? Nope, I have not watched Sonic Prime at all, so I have not done that. Maybe someone else here in the chat has. Yo, what's up, bro? Long time no see. Hey, Marlo, how you doing? All right. Let's do this. And next one is the third song, which is Beating Up Minions. Oh yeah. Beating Up Minions. All right, I'm going to read a little story about this. Beating Up Minions. Okay, so chapter 3, Beating Up Minions. Oh yeah. If your enemy is any kind of respectable villain, he's bound to have a legion of minions protecting him in his castle. Luckily, they will most likely be quite weak and terrible at aiming. Should not be any problem for you, our hero. Story 3. Undman is indeed a respectable villain, and as such, he has a tons of minions running around the hallways of his gargantuan castle. Robotprins is a mighty warrior, and he swiftly disposes of the minions. Bang, boom, zap! Robotprins kicks some serious minion butt as Robot Pudding is cheering him on. Keep on fighting for justice, Robotprins! Yes. Well, you gotta fight some minions. That's just the way it is. If you're a hero, you gotta fight minions. Alright, let's listen to the third track. Beating Up Minions. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, Critical Strike. Good to see you here again. Yeah. Oh my god, Fika Time is my favorite Robotprins track. I'm just telling in time. Heck yes. Yeah, that's the next one. Yeah, but Beating Up Minions. I really like this one. This might be my favorite track of this EP. It was a lot of fun to make it. Yeah. It's like a happy action song, fighting song. Hey yo, this song makes my brain create a scene fighting. Yep. Or it says sense fighting. I think it means scene, a fighting scene. But yes, you could see Robotprins beating up some minions. That's basically what this song is all about. I practiced this song on the guitar for a little while. I should make another like Robotprins plays guitar album. Then I should have this song on it. I could probably have Reaching Your Destination too, although it is basically the same as AAA. But yeah. Yeah, no problem, Marlo. I gotcha. I write the wrong thing sometimes too. And I say the wrong things a lot of the time, so. Next is the Fika Time song. Yes, alright. So before listening to it, I'm gonna read a little story about this. So, Chapter 4, Fika Time. Don't forget to take a well-deserved break from all the fighting every once in a while. Find a quiet and beautiful place to take a fika and just relax while you let your mind drift off to faraway places. Let your soul get filled up with peace and tranquility and shit. Fika is important for heroes like you. Man, the way this was like, it ended on and then the next line was shit. So I didn't expect it to say shit. It's oh man, I love how Alex, my cousin, how he wrote this story. It's so funny. Anyway, okay, so story 4. After a few hours of rampaging through the evil castle, Robotprins gets weary and thirsty, as we all do after a good walloping of minions. Luckily for Robotprins, he finds a cute little cafe in the middle of the castle. This might come as a surprise for you, but not to anyone who knows Undman as well as Robotprins does. You see, despite his wickedness and evil ways, there is nothing that Undman loves better than a hot cup of espresso. Thus, Undman has the quaint little Italian cafe built inside his otherwise gloomy castle. Robotprins enters the cafe, orders a cafe macchiato, and takes a good half an hour to just chill out and sip at his coffee, while minions dressed up as Italian musicians play classical Italian cafe music. When Robotprins has finished his coffee, he pays the tab, beats up all the fake Italian minions in the cafe, and continues towards Undman's dark lair. Yeah. Messed up a few lines there, but you get the idea. And by the way, if you don't know what fika is, it's Swedish and it means like coffee break, or take a break to have a snack. Maybe you drink coffee, maybe you drink tea or something. But in Swedish we call that fika. So this song is called Fika Time. It might remind you of a famous video game song. We'll see if someone notices it. Okay, let's listen to it together. Fika Time. Fika time. Yes. Do you guys like to have a fika time? Maybe in the afternoon on a Sunday. Well, see, for me it's Sunday now. 10:40 on a Sunday. It's a good time for a fika. But maybe for you it's evening or morning or who knows. This really gives out some real fika vibes, not gonna lie. Good evening. Good evening to you, Smiley Builder. And also Games. Hello. World 1-1. Yes. That song slaps so hard every time. Yeah. It's a fun song. So, as some of you might have figured out, it reminds a lot of a Super Mario song. I think it's the Super Mario Bros. 3. Which stage is it? So it's World 1, Stage 1. Yeah. But it's one of those songs in Mario Bros. 3 that it sounds a lot like. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the longest song of any of the songs on this EP, which is Defeat the Boss. And this one has a really long story. So gonna get to it. Let's read this story here. Okay, so part 1 here. Okay, so chapter 5, Defeat the Boss. Now is your time to do what you came all this way to do. Defeat the boss. But remember to not finish him off too quickly, even if he is rather weak villain. Even if he is a rather weak villain. What you want from a final fight is suspension. Preferably things shouldn't go too well for the hero in the beginning, but just as the villain thinks he has got to... But just as the villain thinks he has got to hero Trapedon... Oh, there's some kind of typo error. It is supposed to say, but just as the villain thinks he's got the hero trapped in a corner and he's just going to finish him off, the hero should get a new burst of energy or inspiration or whatever that turns the table in his favor. Then the hero can easily claim his victory and clumsily let the villain escape so that they can fight another day. If you have trouble defeating the villain, look for his weak spot. This might just turn the fight around for you. That's some very good advice, I would say. Strange how the text... yeah. I should have fixed the text a little bit. So here is story 5. Okay, I need to look closer here. So, upon entering Unman's lair, Robotprins gazes upon the malicious figure that is Unman as he stands in the back of the room, and it's all dramatic and stuff. Robotprins speaks. I came here to avenge my parents. Prepare to die. Unman replies with an evil laugh. Oh, you silly boy. Do you know who I am? I am Undman, the personification of evil. You can never defeat me. Robotprince speaks again. Whatever! You are ugly and stupid and nobody likes you. Upon hearing these mean words, Undman's appearance seems to grow a bit, and his aura got even more wicked and frightful. Have at you, boy. Undman yells in his twisted dark voice and lunges at Robotprince. A wild fight commences and heavy blows from both sides. Robotprince can't seem to be able to defeat Undman as easily as he had wished for, which causes frustration and anger to grow in his heart. You fat, smelly pig! Why won't you die? Robotprince screams out in desperation. As the word leaves his mouth, he sees Undman growing even stronger and eviler as if he was feeding off the negative energy from Robotprince. Now more powerful than before, Robotprince can no longer withstand Undman's attacks and falls to the floor. Undman slowly closes in on Robotprince with a vile smile and on his foul face. I told you that you cannot defeat me. I am evil. Unman shouts as he raises his sword. Now our hero is in a terrible pinch. Oi, oi, oi! Alright, it's not over yet. One more page. But then something happens. Robot Pudding, who has been rather useless in this fight so far... Oh man, I can't see this. Need to make it a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, I can probably move it. Robot Pudding, who has been rather useless in this fight so far, jumps up to Undman and kisses him on the cheek whilst laughing happily. Upon this joyful impact, Undman backs off and shudders frightfully. His evil aura seems to weaken, as does his strength. Robotprins then realizes Undman's weakness. In the same manner Undman gets stronger by negativity and evilness, he gets weaker by positivity and goodness. This makes Robotprins set up a brand new strategy. You look very handsome today, Mr. Undman, Robotprins says kindly. As expected, Undman weakens even further, and then these words reaches his ears. No, please stop! Undman desperately screams, covering his ear with his dirty hands. Now that Robotprins is sure his strategy is working, there is no stopping him. He starts cleaning Undman's lair, giving him a foot massages, and planting flowers in his stinky garden. For each of these good deeds, Undman gets weaker and weaker until he looks like a frail old man. Undman is now in such a feeble state that it would be a piece of cake for Robotprins to defeat him. But Robotprins is so caught up in doing good deeds, which has replaced the tormenting spirit of vengeance in his heart with a hopeful and harmonious feeling, that he forgets about Undman and their fight. Undman, now fragile as a flower, sees his chance to flee and slowly escapes through an open window. Only after Robotprins has made a complete makeover of this entire castle into a habitat of joy and peace, he realized that Undman has escaped. However, Robotprins does not care. No longer does he seek revenge, and he hopes that Undman can turn from his evil ways wherever he has gone to. The people of Unland, as well as Undman's minions, are free from the evil hypnotization that Undman has caused them, and are now happy and content. Robotprins makes the now good castle his headquarters and changes the name of Unland to Good Land, which everyone in the land is very happy about. Robot Pudding gets a tiny house for himself beside the castle. It is very cute. Happy times indeed. Huh. I forgot that last part. Yeah. The Master Ogway voice got me for the villain. So many feels. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did a decent job. I forgot that they changed the Undland to Good Land and that kind of stuff, and also that castle then became Robotprins' headquarters. That was part of the story. Anyway, let's listen to the song together, shall we? Defeat the Boss. All right. Very, very good. Oh man, a lot of thoughts came up when listening to this track. So, I'm not sure, maybe some of you guys are late. So there was a question, why do I hear boss music? So the whole point of this album is Robotprins is taking revenge on his nemesis Undman, and which is the boss. So this fifth song is when he gets to the castle and fights with the boss. That's why it's a boss song, you know. And I was reading the story of it right before playing the song, so maybe some of you guys missed that. Yes. Robotprins has a nemesis? Yes. I have been reading stories. Maybe you just came, Captain Plus. I was reading stories for each song of this album, and also the last stream about the story of Robotprins. So yes, he has a nemesis called Undman, and he was fighting against him in this song. I started making this track thinking I want to make a boss song. Like I want that. So I want there to be a boss battle in the story. So when I told my cousin who's writing the story, I want there to be a boss battle, then I started making the song before he had written the story. And so I had like written a normal boss song, and then when I was finished with it, he sent me the story afterwards, and he wrote the part about how he defeated Undman, and you know, it's by doing good deeds. So then that's quite a change in the story there. So that gave me the idea to make the ending of the song happy. Before that, it wasn't a happy ending. But then I made like a major version of the song in the end there. And that's why it became happy. But I really like that. That was a lot of fun. Captain Plus asks, what do you use to make music? I want to get into chiptune music to start off making music. I use Magical 8-bit plug, which is a free plugin you can use with any DAW. So if you use, I use Cubase, but you can use it with, you know, GarageBand, Logic, Fruity Loops, whatever DAW you use. You can use a Magical 8-bit plug. That's the chiptune plugin I use. And I have made a video on my channel where I explain my setup, how I use it in Cubase. So you can check that video out as well. If you just scroll down, it should be somewhere there. Awesome. I'm gonna look it up on my computer. Amazing. Yes. So this song, Defeat the Boss, I remember I wanted to make it a bit progressive because I'm a huge Dream Theater fan. So I wanted to have a section where it sounds a bit like Dream Theater. So one part in the middle there, it sounds a bit like Dream Theater. Yeah, some other things. This song was very long. It's one of the longest Robotprins songs I've made, I think. Probably the longest. It's like 6 minutes or something. All right, let's listen to the last track. So one last track, and then we have listened to all the songs for this EP. But before we do, I'm going to read a short story about the ending. So, you know, Robotprins defeated Undman, but Undman escaped. But Robotprins doesn't care because it's not that important to him to defeat him anymore, because he has peace in his heart. Anyway, so here's the ending. Oh wait, this is not the ending. This is the intro. Oh, I don't have the ending here. Seems like. Okay, well, I'll just check it on the site and I'll read it from the site. Okay, Chapter 6, Contemplation. Now that your quest is over, it is time to contemplate on what you accomplished. Did you set out on your quest for a just cause? Has the fact that you defeated the evil boss slaked your thirst of vengeance? Why do we humans crave vengeance so much? Does it really change anything? Think about it. Think like a man. Alright. Story 6. As Robotprins contemplates his doings, he remembers why he went on this mission of vengeance in the first place. It was because of the killings of his parents, and it makes him sad to remember that they are gone. But at the same time, he is proud they were his parents and for what they did for both Robotland and Princeland, even though it cost them their lives. Although Undman escaped, Robotprin's vengeful spirit has vanished, and in its place is a sense of peace and happiness. Furthermore, in his quest, Robotprins made for everyone who has been tormented by the evil Undman a tremendous good deed. The revenge was a great success. Reading can be difficult at times. But you can check this out. I'll share the link again. I just love this story my cousin wrote. It's a lot of fun. You can check it out here. All right, let's listen to the last track, Contemplation. It's a slow one. Here we go. Yeah. It's nice to have a proper ending to a track or to an album. I like that. That's what I like about making an EP. You have different parts that are part of a story like this. There's something that feels complete when you make it like this. Yeah, I enjoy this EP. Let's see here. Reminds of Castle of Illusion, this opening, I think. Castle of Illusion. I don't know what this is. I'd have to check it out. Oh, that one instrument though. Maybe you are thinking about the bass melody because that one sort of sticks out in this track. Not sure. That one Ford says, I have come up with a future game for Prince. The name would be Robotprins the Game, Revenge 101, based on the music collection. What do you think of that? That would be amazing. This could be a game, definitely. And we have the story written already. You can make a game based on that. Totally. Mickey Mouse on Mega Drive. Ooh, don't think I played it. I only played Mickey Mouse. Was that Mickey Mouse? Yeah, probably Mickey Mouse on Super Nintendo. I played that one, but I didn't play it on Mega Drive. But yeah. If Revenge 101 was a game, you got the music, you got the story, and then you can build a game around that. That would make me very, very, very happy. At some point, there should be a Robotprins game. There is actually a Robotprins game that my cousin made, but it's not like it's not that properly done. It's kind of just a silly game that was not. I don't even know if you can play it anymore. But it would be fun if there was like a pixel game of Robotprins music. Just because there is a story, there is the character, there are different characters and a narrative, and it's sort of easy to make something just based on this into a game. I've thought about it myself sometimes if I should do it, but I'd rather focus on making music than focusing on learning how to make a game. So there's a lot of talented people out there that could make a game. So I'm sure there are some people that could work on that. I don't know. Do you make games? That one, Ford? Or was it just like a suggestion? Because I agree with you. This would be a good game. I'll ask this like I did last stream. Which of the tracks did you enjoy the most? I know what Critical Strike's answer is going to be. Fika Time. Personally, I think that the track that I listen to the most, just as I enjoy listening to, is probably number 3, Beating Up Minions. But number 1 is also a track I like, Reaching Your Destination. Critical Strike says Fika Time. No surprises there. Fika Time is... I don't have another track quite like Fika Time. It's one and done. Seriously, though, they're also good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So there are some links in the description where you can go to the Spotify page of this album if you want to listen to it again. There's also the Bandcamp link if you want to buy it. And in the description there are some other links to my Patreon or to Discord and some things like that. So check that out. I like the first one. Yes. The first one is pretty good track. I think the first track I made last of all of these, and I didn't spend that much time on it, but somehow I was in a good flow when I was making it, and it ended up becoming pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I'll mention this. Yesterday I uploaded a new track to Patreon, to my Patreon page. And so if you want to listen to the Amy Giff song that I started last year, I have finished it now and it's on Patreon. You can listen to it there. We don't have a release date for it. Rogue has said that he might work on a music video for it, so want to make a music video of it before releasing it. But I will talk some more to him about that and see if we can do that. Maybe, yeah. Well, I'll update you on that as I know more. But if you want to listen to what it sounds like, it's on my Patreon page. Hold on, I'll just share my Patreon in case someone is interested. It's also in the description. Magma says 6. I like the bass melody. Yes. I don't think I've done a bass melody like that for any other track that I've made. But for that one, I felt like I wanted a different kind of melody there. And then I decided that the bass should do the melody. So there's not a bass playing the bass notes in that section because the bass is to the melody. So the chords have to be played by other instruments to sort of give it a sense of what the chord is without the bass. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining today again. It's fun to do this. I like talking about some of the old stuff I've made. A lot of fun. It seems like you guys enjoy the music too, so I appreciate it. Next week, I will do 2 similar streams. So on Saturday for me, which might be Friday for you, depending on where you live, but on Saturday morning for me in Japan, I'll be doing a stream with my 3rd EP, which is Potatis. It's the potato one. And then on Sunday, I will do a stream with Frosty Frolic, which you might know is the album that has Fried Chili with Chili, among some other tracks. So yeah, it would be fun if you guys show up for that one as well. You can always check out this stream afterwards. It's finished. All right, I think I'll finish the stream now, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again, guys. Bye.